What is up, everybody? Cjeths here with basically what I'm doing in this video, because I'm not going to be able to put it into a title because it ain't going to make sense. But what I'm doing is I'm going through every single NHL team's regular season, not the team statistics, but the player individual stats on that team. And I'm literally just going to say whether or not I think that they're good or not. I have my Rangers Hockey Fights Cancer shirt on, not a big deal, but kind of a big deal. Okay. Anyways. For those of you that are watching me for the first time, I'm a little bit bad about making videos, but let's give it a shot. So, first and foremost, the Anaheim Ducks. Who had a good season? Who did not have a good season? Let's see. So from the bottom. Oh, Schuster only played 5 games this year? Didn't they trade like a 4th-round pick for him or something like that? Ex-Ranger. Patrick Yates. I feel so bad for him. Delzaster. I love it. Oh, Brian Gibbons, yuck. He had a good season last year. It's pretty upsetting. Max Jones, only 5 points in 30 games. Yikers. Ryan Kessler only had 8 points. Okay, let's get hockey DB up. Let's get a little hockey DB up. Kessler only had freaking... Oh, Jesus. No wonder that everyone hates him. Right now. He only had 14 points last year, but in less games. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. All right. Is Kessler getting that old, or were the Ducks just that bad? Holy shit. Well, Corey Perry only had 10 points in 31 games. Jeezums. I'm glad I get to look at these stats for the first time with you guys. You can actually get my actual reactions to seeing these stats. Pontus Aber, good for him. Although I'm pretty sure... Did he get traded? Was he traded to Minnesota or acquired from Minnesota? No, he's in Minnesota now. Oh, yuck. Not doing so hot in Minnesota. Should have stayed in Anaheim. I don't know why they traded him. I guess when the value is high. It's a good season. That's a 20-goal, 40-point season if he plays a 82-game season here. Daniel Sprong, he's really not finding his way, but it's pretty good. Carter Rowney, it's a good season for him. I don't think he was scoring that much in Pittsburgh. Andre Kasha, yeah, he got hurt. It's still a pretty good season. He's on pace for about 30 goals with that stat line. Fowler, oh boy. Look at how injury-ridden they are. Like, Henrik's the only guy I see right now at 82 games. Is he the only 82-game player? Holy shit. Who had the second most games played on Anaheim? Silverberg with 73. Yeah, 76 from Hampus Lindholm. Jesus. What a rough season for Anaheim. And they traded Brandon Montour. They got a first out of him. Henrik, 42. That's a good season for Henrik. Not for nothing, Ryan Getzlaf, as old as he gets, and it's, because he's not the fastest skater in the world, he's still putting up really respectable numbers. 0.72 points per game, and on a really, really bad team. Good for, yikes. It's a rough year for the Ducks. Move on to the Yotes. Laurent Dauphin, yes. It's not NHL 13. Laurent Dauphin is not a 80-goal scorer. Brendan Pierce, yeah, they traded him. Stromer, he's gonzo. Oof. Oh, right, he was hurt. I forgot about that. That's a woof year. Schmaltz did pretty good after the trade, I guess. 14 points in 17 games. Not a bad stat line. Freaking grabs, man. Wasn't putting up what he was putting up last year and the year before, but yeah, how many shorties did he have? 6 shorthanded goals. It's unreal. Chris Fish, not bad. Jake Chikrin, oh, damn. He's got to stay healthy. Poor guy keeps getting hurt. It's like his draft year. Lawson Krause. Look at Lawson Krause. This is why I'm not convinced he was ever supposed to be picked in the top 20 of a draft. 11th overall by the Panthers. When he was drafted 11th overall in 2015, that's not a phenomenal stat line. It's a good stat line, but I don't think it was top 10 worthy. I think it's his size that got him in the top 10. But look, full season in the NHL is, in the Yotes. 11 games and a full year in the minors, so he takes a step back. And then he has a pretty solid year in the NHL, but only 25 points, at 21 years old. I'm not calling him a bust. I just don't think 11th overall is where he belonged. I do think he's a solid player, but I don't know. Goligoski, 27 points, not bad. Nick Cousins, 27. Richardson. Guy had a 4-goal game. He had about a 20-goal season. It's pretty good. Richard Panik, not bad. Stepan only had 35 points. Jeezums. And I think that Arizona was on the cusp of making the playoffs. And it showed Chinyuk. OEL, 44 points, 14 goals, not bad. Clayton Keller, 47 and 82. Yikes. Kind of thought the stats would be a little bit higher than that, but it's all right. The Boston Bruins. Zaboral played 2 games. Stepniak played 2. Vakanainen, I don't know. I just really like that kid. Frederick he didn't have a single point in 15 games. It was a -4. I did not know that. Paul Carey, ex-Ranger. Zach Senyshyn. I'm not. You know what? Screw it. I hate looking at this because it makes me feel bad. I just Zaboral. Okay, look at the Bruins 2015 draft. Zaboral, DeBrus, Senyshyn, Barzal, Connor. Could you imagine you swap those 3 slots, how different the Bruins would be? I mean, you're talking a super team. They would be better if you right now got rid of these 3, DeBrus, Senyshyn, and Zaboral, and put Barzal, Connor, and Shabbat. Then I think the Bruins are a better super team than the freaking Lightning are right now, and I'm serious when I say that. Anders Bjork, Mojo only had 3 points. Not bad. Yeah, he's an Edmonton. Charlie Coyle had 6 points in 21 games. He might be bringing other things. I don't know. I don't really get to watch a lot of Bruins games. JFK, Donato, Carlo. He's a plus 22. Good for him. Zdeno only had 14 points here. What a bust. I'm kidding. Chari, Grizzly, Chris Wags. David Backes, 20 points in 70 games. Could be worse. Could be Ryan Kessler numbers. Sean Corelli had 21 points. That is something I did not know. McAvoy had 28 and 54. He's on pace for almost 40 points, it would look like. Actually, yeah, over 40 points because he had a .52. Pretty damn good, if you ask me. Danton Heinen, 34 points. Barask, 27 Genos. Torrey Krug, 53 points. Krejci, 73 points. Jesus. I did not know David Krejci was a 70-point center this year. Talk about a freaking comeback year. 44 to 73. Jesus. That's a career high. No, tied a career high. Career high in assists, though. So look at David Krejci still setting career highs. That just shows how good the Bruins were this year, man. I mean, look at this. 73, 79. Well over point per game. Well over point per game. Well over point per game. 100 points for Brad Marchand. Who would have thought? Pasta, 81 points in 66 games. Almost had a 40-goal season in under 70 games. That's pretty freaking impressive. Bruins had a really freaking good year from their individual players. Moving on to the Buffalo Sabres. Will Borgen. Berglund, the holdout. Nylander, only 4 points in 12 games. You feel bad for Nylander. I really want him to be a solid player in the league, but it would appear otherwise. Tage Thompson, 12 points, 65. Pretty all right. Young kid, so. Zemgus Girgensons. Casey Middlestat, 25 points in 77 games. Pretty good for the kid. Good rookie year. I'm not going to say anything more than that. Evan Rodriguez at 29 points. That is something I did not expect to see. Pozo, 29 and 78, worth every ounce of that $7.5 million, I bet. Pominville, good for him, 31 and 73. I love Jason Pominville. Connor Sheary, 34 points, especially since they really got him as a cap dump from Pitt. Not that he is a cap dump, but that's why Pittsburgh was trading him. 43 points for Ristolainen, but a minus 41? Holy shit. I know some people don't like looking at plus minus, but Jesus Christ, the guy's a minus 41. The second worst plus minus, a minus 22. What were you doing, Ristolainen? Holy shit, moving to forward. Dahlin, 44 points. He's going to make a case for the Calder. My phone just opened up. I don't know why. Jeff Skinner, 61. You know what? He had 3 or 4 goals in his last 27 games, which, he could have been a 50-goal scorer if he would have been a little bit more consistent. Reinhardt, 65 points in 82 games. Good for him. Jack Eichel, point per game. He finally hit that 80-point plateau. Attaboy, Eichel. The Calgary Flames. Kirby Reichel put in 2 games. What a beast. First-round pick in Rick Nash deal. Michael Stone only played 5 games. Dylan Dubé. Alan Quine. I remember when I was still living in Long Island, my Islanders friends would be like, oh, Alan Quine's going to be a top 6 forward. Yes, right. James Real Deal Neal, 19 points in 63 games. What a steal at $5.5 million, something like that. 5.75, I don't know. Sam Bennett, 27 points, 71 games. He just can't find that top 6 or 4th overall potential that he was drafted with. Noah Hannafin, 33 points. Jankowski, 32. 44. I'm just kind of looking for a standout. Giordano, 74 points in 78 games. What a freaking stud. And Matty Tkachuk, 34 goals, 77 points. Elias Lindholm, 78 points. Sean Monahan, 82 points. Sean Monahan, one of my favorite players in the league. Goudreau, 99 points. He just could not hit 100 points. What a guy. Johnny Hockey. The Carolina Hurricanes, the playoff Hurricanes. Hayden Fleury, man, definitely not a 7th overall pick, at least at the moment. Phil Di Giuseppe. Love that name. Victor Rasky, yikers. What a steal. Warren Fogle, pretty good. I love Brock McGinn. Jordan Staal, 28 points in 50 games. Pretty freaking good. I mean, it's a 40-something point season for him. Brett Pesci, love it. Love the Italian. 30 points in 36 games. What a freaking trade to get Nino Niederreiter for freaking Victor Rask. It perplexes me how the hell they pulled that off. Slavin Fogg, plenty of 30-point defensemen. Look at Dougie the Thuggy Hamilton. Svechnikov had 20 goals in his rookie year. Pretty good. 40 points for Michael Furland. 53 points for Justin Williams. If he doesn't retire, I'd be surprised if the Hurricanes don't bring him back. That's a really good year. Teuvo Teravainen, 76 points. I did not know that. I did not know he was a 70-freaking-point player. Holy shit. Man, the Blackhawks probably are feeling real bad for trading Teravainen for cap space. Holy shnikes. Dude, the kid's a stud. Teravainen's a stud. That's why he had medium elite potential in NHL 14. Just saying. Sebastian Aho, 30 goals, 83 points in 82 games. Pretty freaking good. Chicago Blackhawks. Let's see. I'm trying to look for names that are going to stand out. Or young kids. 22 games played for Slater Cuckoo. Not the player he was in NHL 12. Kunitz had 10 points in 56 games. Pretty good. Yoko Harju got 38 games under his belt. Good for him. Connor Murphy. Woof. Pierlini, 15 points in 46 games. All right. Not bad. Wow, I did not know Brent Seabrook had 28 points. What a comeback year for the kid. Duncan Keith put up 40 points at the ripe old age of 35. Pretty damn good. Saad opens up the season with a hat trick last year. Then eats ass. And then comes back this year, puts up 47 points and 23 goals. Pretty freaking good. You kind of think he was a 30-goal scorer, but rough year. 51 points in 58 games. Dylan freaking Strome. The kid is a third overall pick, and I don't care what you say about it. I would draft Mitch Marner ahead of him if we did the redraft, but he had a good year. I'm happy for Dylan Strome. You know, that's almost point per game for the kid. So I'm really happy for Dylan Strome. I'm really glad everything worked out. What the fuck? What happened? Did I miss something? Oh, Dylan Strome. What? Eric Gustafsson had a 60-point season? What? Talk about one of the most under-the-radar... What? That has to be a mistake. What the fuck? That has to be the most under-the-radar 60-point season I have ever seen in my life. Why is this guy not getting Norris candidacy? No one was talking about this guy all year long. He's a 60-point defenseman. What the fuck is going on here? 17 goals. What the Dude, I have him on NHL 19 when I was doing a super roster update. I made him like 79 overall. This guy's like an 86. What the Jesus Christ almighty. I didn't know he was a 60-point defenseman. Holy shit. Look at Brinsky, 240 goal scorers. Almost 3. That's a good year by these 3. But what a phenomenal... You know what? Eric Gustafsson has my Norris vote. Way to freaking go, Eric Gustafsson. I did not know that. And no one talked about Gustafsson all year long. Who the hell actually knew, besides Blackhawks fan and really like people that pay close attention to hockey and stats, knew that Eric Gustafsson had a 60-point season? Holy shit. That's why I got confused. I looked like, wait, what the hell just happened? Jesus. All right, Gusty, I get it. I got it. I know it's good. The rhymes are right. You wish you would. BC Boys, what about it? AJ Greer, Kamina, Brassard, 4 goals, no assists. Guy's a shooter. Ryan Graves, loved him with the Rangers, was so upset when we traded him, especially for freaking Chris Biggers. He sucks. He's terrible. He's healthy scratch in the minors. Andrew Ghetto, Matt Nieto, good year for Nieto. Eric Johnson, 25, Calvert, 28, Tyson Jost, 26. I don't have my glasses on right now, that's why I'm like literally like smelling my computer. Confer, good year. Kerfoot, I think he had a step back from last year, but still a solid season. Freaking Carl Soderberg, the guy thought he'd be a cap dump trade at the beginning of the year. He's putting up 49 points. Way to go. Tyson Barrie, basically a 60-point defenseman. You know, I got to go to Cap Friendly. Is Eric Gustafsson's contract up? I mean, if his contract is up, how are you not paying this guy $6 million a year? Because 60 points as a defenseman, I think, warrants at least $6 million. Oh, they got him 2 years at a freaking great price. Holy shit. Sell high. I'm kidding. Landeskog, 75 points. Landeskog finally a freaking point per game, man. Holy crap. Now, I mean, I'm not going to say some of those points are not product of playing with Rantanen and McKinnon, but there was a while there that Landeskog really looked like a career 50-point, 20-goal guy. Rantanen, 87 points. He really fell off the face of the earth. And I take that with a grain of salt. I don't mean he fell off the face of the earth like he had a shit year, but like at the beginning of the year when he was, close to 30 points over being a point per game, to finish only 13 points over shows you what an NHL season will do to you. 99 points, just couldn't get 100 for Nathan McKinnon. Him and freaking Goudreau. What is going on? Love McKinnon. Kid's a beast. Columbus Blue Jackets. Ex-Ranger. Sonny Milano. Massapequa kid. Grew up. That's close to where I grew up. Ex-Ranger. Not an ex-Ranger. Ryan Dzingel. Duchesne only had 12 points in 23 games. The Duke. Good year for Foligno. Almost 20 goals. Bjorkstrand, 23 goals. Boone Jenner, not a 30-goal scorer anymore, but still a good year. Werenski, 70, 44, 46, 47. 47 points for Josh Anderson. 27 goals. I did not know that. That's pretty sick. Dubois, that's looking like a third overall pick right there. 61 points, 27 goals. Cam Atkinson hit the 40-goal mark. Let's go. And the future Ranger, I'm kidding, Artemi Panarin, 87 points in 79 games. Kid's a stud, an absolute stud. Moving on to the Dallas Stars, the owner that calls out his players. Mark Mathota, big 9 games played. Big 9 games. Zook, 3 points, 2 games. I love Zook. Love Zook. Miss him, but I love him. Nichushkin, 10 assists, no goals, 57 games. Man, I'm glad the Rangers did not trade for him. Dickinson, 22 points, good for him. High top 6 potential in NHL 16, I think it was. They thought he was going to be a big deal. Rupa Hintz, pretty good year for him. Spezza, 27 points in 76 games. Spezza's slowing down, but he's still having good years. I wouldn't pay him $7 million, but he's still having a good year. Lindell, 32. Fox at 30, good. Miro Heiskanen, 33 points in his rookie campaign. I love Miro Heiskanen. I think he's a beast. Only 45 points. Oh, yeah, 64 games for John Klingberg. This is a good year. Jimmy Benn, 53 points in 78 games. That's a big yikes. Point per game for Radulov, the only one on the team. Sagan, 80 and 82. Wow, Ben really did have a pretty slow year compared to some of his previous years. Guy won the Art Ross not that long ago. The Detroit Red Wings. McElrath, my man, and Jake Chelios. So happy for these two to be playing in the league. Megan. Keen Peel. Ex-Ranger. Also ex-Ranger. Philip Zadine to 3 points, -5. But he only played 9 games, so I guess he saved a year on his entry-level deal. Way to go, Detroit. Thinking smart. Chalowski. Pretty good year. Darren Helm, all right. Rasmussen. All right, yeah, pretty good. All right. Not a bad year. He's a rookie on not a great team, so. Wow, Philip Roenick, I did not know he was on pace for a 41-point season. He played the whole year. Good for him. Good for Philip Roenick. Glendening, all right. Mike Green was actually on pace for close to 50 points. Good for him. Cronwall, 27 points at his old age. What a beast. Franz Nielsen, Thomas Vanek. I don't know why they didn't trade him. T. Burt, 21 goals and 47 points. What a beast. Anthony Mantha, Gus Nyquist. Athanasiou, what a freaking year for the kid. Especially thinking that some people last year, going on armchair GM, because I love doing that. People saying he was like a second-round pick or low first-round pick worthy, and he puts up 30 and 54 this year. What a beast. Probably the fastest player in the league. Him and McDavid go neck and neck. And then freaking Dylan Larkin, what a stud. The Edmonton Oilers. The two-trick pony. Kaylor Yamamoto. Did he not play a lot more games last year? Did he get hurt this year or something? Come on. I think Moto likes you. Oh no, he didn't only play 9 last year. Yeah, not a great year for Kaylor. I think they rushed him in the league last year. And that's starting to mess with him now. Kevin Gravel. The Spoon Man, ex-Ranger. Puljujärvi. Woof. Ha, there you go. Sam Gagner. I'm so happy he's back there. That's freaking awesome. Tobias Reader. Oh my god, no goals in 67 games. Woo. Jujhar Khaira, Adam Larson, Matt Bennett. Milan Lucic's 20-point season. I'd pay him $6 million a year. I don't know about you. I'd pay him $6 million a year. Alex Chase on 22 goals. What a guy. Darnell Nurse, 41-point season. RNH, nice. 69 points on the year. First overall pick worthy. Leo Dratz, 50 goals, 105 points. If you're putting up numbers like that, then you're not just a product of Connor McDavid. If you're putting up numbers like that, it's a sick year. All right? It's a sick year. Especially if you see some of his individual efforts. Draisaitl a tank. And freaking McDavid, 116 points. Not even really trying that hard. The Flow Rida Panthers. All right. Former captain Derek McKenzie. Feels so bad for that guy. Love Derek McKenzie. Ian McCoshen. D-Brass. Bogdan Kaiselovich. The best name in the league. Bukestad. Jace Harlew. Come on. Where's my good guys? Henrik Borgstrom. What a beast. Troy Brower. It's a value sign. 21 points and 12 goals for a guy making less than $1 million. Hell yeah. Vinny Trocheck, not the 70-point year, 60-point year they had last year, but not a bad year nonetheless. Ekblad, 37. Vetrano, 24 goals. Good for him. The Yan Man, 62 points, the ugliest name in the English language. Keith. 70 points for Daddy. What a beast. 70 points for Hoffy. What a beast. 30. Look at all these 30 goal scores. Hubie Doobie Doo, 92 points. I did not know he had 92 points. What a stud. And Alexander probably should win the Selke Barkov. 96 points. What should be a Selke candidate? Kid's a stud. I gotta put on my glasses. I'm having a hard time seeing. I'm gonna put on my spectacles. There you go. Anyways. LA Kings. Oscar Fantenberg, Hagelin, he wasn't there very long. Dion Phaneuf, what a beast, minus 21. Carl Grunstrom, actually did 5 goals, 15 games. It's pretty freaking good for him. Don't know why they didn't trade him. Man, LA's just got to sell everybody and everything. Just click reset. It's not even hear from anybody, really. That's a weak... I mean, Dustin Brown, I'll say a good year just because of his past, but holy shit. They underused Kovalchuk. I mean, there was... he should have never freaking signed there because there's no way they're going to be able to trade him in his contract now. I'm not even going to... I can't even really get into too much detail about the LA Kings. That's just a rough year all around. I mean, good for Doughty hitting 45 points, but minus 34. Well, granted, he was playing the most minutes out of anybody in the league, but still. It's just a... It's a tough year. It's a really tough year. Excuse me. Woof. Man, I bet you want Nino back now. Pontus Avery, yes. I don't know why he got traded. Kevin Fiala, JT Brown, Erickson, Donato. There's your bright spot for the Minnesota Wild. Freaking Ryan Donato. That kid has such a high ceiling, it's crazy. Matt Dumba. I feel so bad for Matt Dumba. He started off this year firing, and then he... that's terrible. Because you know, not for nothing, if Dumba has a healthy year, like he doesn't get hurt, he plays all 82 games, you can argue that the Wild were a playoff team this year. You can make that argument. Jordan Greenway, good year. Koivu, he's over 0.5 points per game. Zucker, 42 points. Spurgeon, 43. Suter, 47. Suter's a freaking stud. Granlund's Gonzo. Eric Stahl, 52. Not a 40-goal scorer, but pretty good year. And good for Zach Parise. Comeback year with his 61 points. Pretty freaking awesome. Oops. Gotta do Montreal first. What are you doing? Montreal. Dale Weiss. Ouellette. Schlemko. The minor leaguer. Carl Alzer. Jesus Christ almighty. Ryan Poehling, what a stud. If he would have played all 82 games, the guy would have been on pace for over 200 goals. Just saying. I didn't even know Matthew Peckett was still in the league. Brett Kulak, wow, good for him. He's finally a freaking everyday NHL player almost. Good for him. Victor Mete, not bad. Arturi Lehkonen, good year. Kenny Agostino, beast of the minors. 46 points for Jeff Petrie, what a guy. 33 for Shea Weber. He was on pace for about 50 points. What a stud. Love Paul Byron. Petrie's freaking awesome, man. He's so underrated. Andrew Shaw, 47 points. Who would have thought? 33 goals for B. Galley. 53 for Philip Danault. Don't know why he's so shitty in the NHL. In 19, he's a pretty good player. Jonathan Drouin, only 18 goals. All right. Tatar, 58 points. Good for him. What a year. And Max Domi, 72 points. What a stud. What a freaking stud Max Domi is. Cody McLeod. Love him. Ex-Ranger. Dante Fabro. Oof. And Ely Golvanen really did not play a lot this year. Wayne Simmons. Oh, he only had 3 points in 17 games? Yuck. Come on, Simmons. I was rooting for you, Wayne Train. Let's go. Granlund only had 5 points in 16. Yuck. Ew. Do something. I guess the Preds really aren't the favorite to win this year. Rocco Grimaldi, pretty solid numbers. Oh, God. Kyle Turris, yuck. Hartman, what? You couldn't score 15? What? Colton Sisson's pretty good. Subban wasn't even on pace for a 40-point year. That's weird to see. What the hell is going on in Nashville this year? What the flip is going on? Subban's like a 60, 70-point defenseman. Should at least be on pace for 20 goals. Yeah, wow. What a weird season. Good for Ekholm, wow. An RV Party broke a record. Philip Forsberg, pretty good. Yossi. What a weird year in Nashville. I would have thought they would have had a lot more higher scoring players than that, especially with the guys they got. All right. The Devils. Michael McLeod. Man, not a good year at him. Kind of expect a little more. Good for Dia. Good for him. Kenny Agostino did pretty good over there too. Sami Vatanen. Kind of expect a little bit more out of him. Pavel Zacha had a filthy goal to end the season off, but 9th overall pick he was. All right, kind of hoping he's at least 40-point player at this point, which technically he was on pace for, but still. Mojo, he's gonzo. Will Butcher, not the 40-something points he had last year. Jesper Bratt, pretty good. Blake Coleman, good for him, a 22-goal scorer, good for him. Taylor Hall only played 32 games this year. What a freaking shame, because he was on pace for another stupid good year. Damon Severson, good year. Zajac, good for him. Hischier, 47. Palmieri, 27 goals, 50 points. Good for Palmieri. I like Kyle Palmieri. The Islanders, #Who needs Tavares? Josh Ho-Sang still can't find it in the NHL. Del Cole played more games, though. Good for him. Poor lad. Banged up the entire year and had a season-ending injury. Love that Matt Martin's back on the island. I think that's freaking awesome. Boychuk, Mayfield, 19 points. Good for him. I did not know that. Pellick, 21. Did not know that. Expect a little bit more out of him. Good year for Komarov. Good year for Beauvillier. Actually, one of my close buddies went to high school with Andy Beauvillier. Filppula, 31 points. Not bad. Pretty good year. 20 goals for Cizikas. That's pretty good. Look at Pulak putting up 37 points. Good for him. Eberle only had 37 points. Jesus, I thought he had a lot more than that. Anders Lee, not a 40-goal scorer, but so 28 goals, 51 points. A good year. Brock Nelson, 53 points. Josh Bailey, 56 points. Who needs Tavares? And Matt Barzal, 62 and 82. Again, he was first-line center for the first time in his career. Didn't have, a lot of attention spent on Tavares. So it's still a good year out of all those Islanders players. And they made the playoffs, so who am I to sit here and judge? Timmy Cjeths, I was kind of hoping they'd call him back up at the end of the year. He did have a pretty good first 4 games with us. I'm surprised they didn't call him back up. Gilmore, did not get as many games as he got last year. Gilmore's maybe 27 years old. I think the Rangers are going to let him go. Another team's going to pick him up, and they're going to find themselves a stud in John Gilmore. Fogarty, Lindgren had a really good sample size with the Rangers despite his plus-minus. Libor Hayek, what a shame he went down. What a stud. Spoonman, Lethierry, yikes. Brickley, we're going to release him probably. Elias Anderson, I want him to get more points, but at the same time, did not get a lot of ice time. He did well in the ice time he got, but I feel like he would have been better off having a year in the minors and only playing like 9 games in the league. Just saying. Clayson's a stud, and I don't know how the hell we got him. Oh, a stud in his own right. He's a stud 7th defenseman. I love Brandon Lee. He had a good year. Bunieve's 10 points, all right. Stalzy. Defensively, Stalzy wasn't a mess this year. He's better this year than he was last year. Same thing with Smith. Versatile guy now. Fost. Good year. B. Howdy, 23 points, rookie year. Hedel was hoping for a little bit more than 23 points. I kind of expected him to have 135 points. He didn't get that. Am I disappointed? Yeah. But 23 points will suffice now. He'll come back and have 180 points next year. But I was kind of hoping for the 100 points out of him this year. Because he didn't do it, I just don't know if I can buy his jersey. You know, they say most of the world does not understand sarcasm. I wonder how many trash comments I'm going to get for saying that. Cjeths, 25 points. Not a 39-point guy like it was in his rookie year. Neil Pionk, 26 points. Kind of hoping for a little bit more. Shaddy came back. Really fired up the end of the season. 28 points to finish out. Tony D, a 30 freaking point, 61-game defenseman. What a stud. I love Tony DeAngelo. Kid's a beast. Nemesnikov, Stromer. What a freaking end of the season he had with the Rangers. What a freaking end of the season. Jim Lee VC, 35 points in 81 games. His assist numbers are up, so it's a career high. Zook. Ugh, I miss you, Zook. Book, baby. Love me some Book Nevich. Love it. Hazer was having a great year before he moved him. Kreids fell off the face of the earth after he got hurt. And Mika Zibanejad, the team MVP. What a freaking year out of Mika Zibanejad. 74 points and 30 goals. Zibanejad is a first-line center. I don't care what anybody says. Moving on to the Ottawa Senators. Abramov only played 1 game. That's a bit of a surprise. Brancham only played 2. That's a bit of a surprise. Logan Brown only played 2. Bit of a surprise. Bit of a surprise. I think they'd play their young guys a little bit more, especially in games that don't really matter. Oscar Lindbergh, good. I love Lindbergh. Love Lindbergh. Duclair, 14 points in 21 games. He'll get signed to a 2-year extension, have a shitty year, then come back and have a great year the year after. Just saying. That's probably how that's going to go down. Bodker, 35 points. All right. Colin White, 41. Good for Colin White. Bobby Ryan, worth every penny. That's 7.25. I'm kidding. 42 points is a pretty good year for him. Good for him. Brady Tkachuk, what an awesome rookie campaign. 20-goal scorer. Thomas Chabot really took the reins. Good for him. Phenomenal year. And, yeah, that's about all I can say about Ottawa. The Philadelphia Flyers. Sam Morin. I would have expected him to play a little bit more than that. Philip Myers, not bad. Laterra, all right. Ryan Hartman. I think he'd scored a little bit more after they got him. I feel like Hartman's a perfect player for Philly, but not bad. Robert Hagen. Wow, 20 points for Robert Hagen and Radko Gudas. I would have never guessed. Provorov. Wow, I was thinking Provorov was going to be one of the best defensemen in the league when he was first coming up. He had a phenomenal rookie year. Not so hot of a year this year. Nolan Patrick, 31 points. Sophomore slump. 3rd year. That's when I'll really start judging. Oscar Lindblom, good for him. 17 goals, 33 points. Sanheim, 35 points. That's good. Gossesbear, only 37 points. That is not a good year at him. JVR, 48 points and 27 goals in 66 games. Who says he needs Austin Matthews to perform? Good year out of JVR. Excuse me. Travis Konechny, 49 points in 82 games. It's a freaking good year out of him. Voracek, 66, 78. Getting paid over $8 million. Expect a little bit more, but down year. What can I say? Sean Couturier, what a stud. I love Couturier, and I love Giroux, one of my favorite players in the league. Pretty freaking good years out of those two, considering the circumstances they were put in. Moving on to the Pittsburgh Penguins. Can't beat the Rangers in regulation. Give them the 5th overall pick. Whatever. Branson, he was +7. Good for him. Hags, Gonzo. Degran, Ricola. I was at his first preseason game with the Penguins. I was at PPG Paints with a buddy. Jamie Alexiak, Gonzo. Oli Mata, doesn't Mata. Jack Johnson, not bad. Bukestad, all right. Okay. All right. Freaking Jared McCann, what a stud. Matt Collins. Collins the next Yogs. He's just the next Yogs. Dominic Simone, Brian Rust. And then you just have, like, he just slow, whoa, just takes off like that. So you got 40 goals out of Jake Gensel. What a beast. Point per game. Not a big deal. Pretty good year. Almost point per game, too. Pretty good year for the Pittsburgh Penguins, despite everything. The San Jose's on a vacation faraway Sharks. Gus Nyquist, 11 points in 19 games at the trade deadline. That's pretty freaking good. People keep sleeping on the Sharks, man. I think they're the favorite in the Western Conference. Jonas Donskoy, Erik Karlsson, 45 points. Ew, just kidding. Only 53 games. Pretty good season. Jumbo Joe Thornton at the ripe old age of 42, I think, right? 42, 41, 42. Anyways, 51 points in 73 games. The guy's still a stud. Straight to LeBanc. Look at all these 30-goal scorers. Look at all those chickens. 56, 64, 66, 70, 74, 83. Jesus Christ, Tomas Hertl. What a freaking year for the San Jose Sharks. Like, Timo Meyer and Thomas Hertl breakout year, and Kevin LeBanc, breakout years if I've ever seen them before. Everything's clicking in San Jose. Don't sleep on them to go far in the playoffs. Don't sleep on the Sharks. Don't do it. Watching you. Anyways, moving on. Sashikov, not a fourth round pick trade for me. Michael Del Zotto on pace for 40 points with the freaking St. Louis Blues. They should have played them all 82 games. I don't know what they're doing. Poor Robbie Fabry, man. If he didn't have those injuries, he would have been a 30-goal scorer at this point. Barbashev, 26 points. I expect a little bit more out of him. Patty Maroon, love him. Okay, Oscar Sundqvist, good year for him. I did not expect him to be anything better than an 8-point guy. The fourth liner, maybe. Vince Dunn, 35 points. That's something I did not expect to see. Jaden Schwartz, I wonder if he'll be 87 overall in NHL again next year. Jesus Christ. Bozak, 38. Petrangelo, 41. Perron, 46. Love David Braun. Braden Shen did not have the season he had last year, but still 54 points, not too shabby. Tarasenko really had a comeback end of this year considering he started off the year so super slow, and Ryan O'Reilly carried the team, and the Blues are in the playoffs, so what can I say? The Tampa Bay Lightning, the star-studded Lightning, why didn't they just trade for Karlsson or Mark Stone? I don't know why. Stretching noises. All right. Okay, the shittiest player had 16 points. I mean, that's unfreaking real. All their everyday players, basically everyday players, had over 16 points. That's freaking unreal. That's an unreal stat line. Chernak, Strawman, not a 40-point guy anymore, but still a good year. Almost, it was about on pace for 40. Callahan, Ernie, pretty good year. Braden Coburn, 23 points. That's not something you expect to see. Matthew Joseph, Mikhail Sergachev, 32 points. I thought for some reason last year Joseph was the defenseman. I don't know why I thought that, but I did. Palat, all right. Trelli almost had 40 points. Good for him. It's not something I expected to see. 40, McDonough, 46. Miller, 47. Johnson, 47. Almost 30 goals for Tyler Johnson. Good for him. Laurel Gord, not Yanni. Laurel. Okay. Victor 54. Braden Point, 40, 45, 41. What a beast team. 92, 98, 128 points for Nikita Kucherov. Jesus, I'd be scared about them going far. Hope the Lightning win the Stanley Cup this year. I want that extra first-round pick, and I hope the freaking Dallas Stars make it to the Western Conference Finals. I just want the Rangers to have 4 first-round picks in the draft. Just want it. Just saying. Anyways, Toronto Maple Leafs. I know, the Maple Leafs now. They're no longer the Maple Leafs. Let's see how they do against Boston. Pretty good for Jake Muzzin. Dermott had a good year. Tyler Ennis, what a freaking signing. I wish the Rangers would have gotten him. Oof. William Nylander, big oof. Guy had a cap hit of over $10 million this year, and he only puts up 27 points in 54 games. Yeesh. Should have signed him earlier. I mean, it's a shitty thing too because, you know, the team's holding all the cards because Nylander didn't have arbitration rights yet. So the team's holding all the cards. So all Nylander could do is hold out till he gets the money that he thinks he's worth. So it is a shitty situation for William Nylander. And I'm not going to put anything on him. Because what did he do wrong? You know, I mean, imagine like going to your job, being a fucking great employee, but having them not pay you. Or pay you what you're worth. You know, I mean, it's just a shitty situation. Connor Brown, Jake Gardner, Patty Marleau. It's not a good year as last year, but give the guy credit. He's played like 1,600 games in his career. It's a lot of games. Zach Hyman, good year for him. Pretty good. Damn good year for him and Andreas Janssen. Naz Kadri, 44. Kapanen, 44 points. All right. Morgan Riley, 72 points. Breakout. Freaking Matthews, basically another 40-goal season for him. What a stud. Tavares, almost 50 goals for him. What a beast. And Mitch Marner, 94 points. Maybe the best player on Toronto. Just saying. I mean, freaking Mitch Marner's a stud. Vancouver Canucks. Reed Boucher should be a 40-goal scorer according to NHL 13. I don't know why he wasn't playing more. Quinn Hughes, what a stud he is. Gagner, Spoonman, Del Zaster. Wow, they have a lot of guys that were in and out of this place. Poor Brandon Sutter. Derek Fouliot, pretty good year. Tanner Pearson, 12 points in 19 games. Pretty damn good. Adam Gaudette, the Rangers, the Hobie Baker winner. The Rangers traded his draft pick rights for fucking Rafael Diaz when they went to the Cup. I don't know why they did it, but they did it. Jay Beagle, Sven Berchi, not a lot of games played. He was actually on pace for a solid year. He was on pace for over 20 goals, so yikes. Tyler Mott, all right. Lievo, Hutton, Marcus Granlund, Troy Stetcher, Jake Virtanen, 15 goals, 25 points. I was kind of hoping Virtanen would have a 40-point, 20-goal year, 25-goal year, but alas, he just doesn't look like he's going to be that much of a stud in the NHL. I don't know what the hell. Did Virtanen have an injury or something? You know, he had from what I understand, a pretty hard-working offseason with Barbs. And then he just come back. Wow. 6th overall pick, too. That sucks, man. I'm pulling for Vertanen, you know. A big sniper, you know, you don't see that anymore. 225-pound sniper. I mean, you kind of hope you're pulling for him, you know. Goldobin, pretty good year. Louis Eriksson, yikes. Antoine Roussel, Edler, pretty good year. Brock Besser, pretty good year. Horvat and Elias Pettersson. What a future they got over there. Vegas, no 40 goal scorers this year. Brad Hunt, damn. Howla, you feel bad for Howla. Carrier, Mark Stone. Mark Stone, 11 points in 18 games. Not that bad considering he was a deadline acquisition. Usually those don't perform that well out of the gate. Fit Nick Holden, ex-Ranger, ex-Devil, ex-Flyer, ex-LA King, ex-Red Wing, ex-freaking Shark, ex-Ranger. Oh, freaking Brandon Peary, man. Ex-St. Louis Blue, ex-Bruin, ex-Capital. Actually, he was on pace for about 40 points. Good for him. Nate Schmidt, Shea Theodore, ex-Anaheim Duck, ex-Montreal Canadian. Not a bad year for Patches. Not a bad year. Cody Eakin, ex-Dallas Star, 22 goals. It's a good year for him. Paul Stas. Love Stastny. Ex-Blue, ex-Avalanche. 42 points in 50 games. Pretty good year. Alex, 20 Tuck. 52 points. Good year. Riley Smith, not a 70-point year, but still a good year. Carlson, not a 40-goal year, but still a pretty good year. And Jonathan Marchessault, again, not a point per game, but still a good year. They made the playoffs, so who am I to sit here and judge? The Washington Capitals. Nick Jensen, sign and trade. Gotta love it. 5 points. DSP. I guess for 4th liner, it's not bad, but you know. Christian Juice. Carl Hagelin. 11 points in 20 games. Pretty freaking good, if you ask me. Nick Dowd. Not a bad year. Michael Kennedy, pretty good. Ooh. Only 25 points for Andre Burakovsky. What now? Is that like... Oof. Woof. How do you progressively get worse on a Stanley Cup winning team? I feel bad for Burakovsky. Just trade him. Give him more minutes. Well, what's his time on ice per game? You know, that's bullshit, though, because, you know, this kid is loaded with freaking talent. You saw what he did in the playoffs a few times last year. If you're going to play him 11 minutes a night, trade him. You're ruining him as a player. There's no point. Moving on. Tom Wilson, 40 points, 22 goals. That's a freaking good year for him. Brett Connolly, 22 goals, 46 points. Good year. Good year for Jacob Vrana, too. 24 goals, 47 points. Oshie, 24 goals. All these 20-goal scorers, man. John Carlson, another 70-point season. What a stud. Kuzi, what a stud. Backstrom, what a stud. And Alexander Ovechkin, we all know he's a stud. And finally, the Losepeg Winnipeg Jets. I'm just kidding. Although I kind of hope you guys lose the first round because I want the Rangers draft picks to be as high as possible. I'm sorry. Anyways. Vesalainen, kind of hoping he was playing a little bit more than that. Mason Appleton, I wouldn't trade Mason Appleton for Kevin Hayes. Take a walk. Kevin Hayes, love Hazer. 12 points, 20 games, good for him. Ben Sherratt, 20 points, but I never thought that would have happened. Jack Roslovic, pretty good year. Andrew Kopp, not bad. Tanev, not bad. Buffalo was on pace for over 60 points. What a shame he couldn't play all the games. Josh Morrissey on pace for well over 40. Tyler Myers, decent year. Matt Perreault, decent. It's a pretty good year. Good year for Perreault. Ehlers, kind of expected a little bit more, but still a good year. Good year. Brian Little, good year. Trouba, 50 points. Trade the guy already. He doesn't want to be there. Patrick Laine, 30 goals and 50 points. It's a bit of a step back for Patrick Laine. He had a really rough year. I wonder if he's a bit of a head case. Because there's been a few times where he's said some things that would make you think that he gets in his own head way too easy, especially because, like, upgrade, downgrade. You know, I don't know. He might have been in his own head a little bit this year. Who knows? Maybe he'll come alive in the playoffs. I feel like I remember last year and the year before, every time Laine scored, it was an NHL gif and a highlight. But, like, this year, you really did not see a lot of Patrick Laine. I mean, I'm not saying he's not a good player because, excuse me, Patrick Laine is a stud, probably one of the best pure goal scorers in the league, even despite the season. But I think he was in his own head a little bit this year. Kyle Connor, 60 points, 34 goals, and 82 games. Pretty good. Mark Scheifele, 84 points in 82 games. And freaking Blake, the wheel deal, 91 points in 82 games. Blake freaking Wheeler. The guy doesn't age. Blake Wheeler is an absolute stud muffin. Love Blake Wheeler. Look at this. He's like wine. He gets better with age. Look at this. in his 20s, getting close to 30s. When he hits his 30s, he has his best years. I don't know. He's like fine wine. Anyways, that is my little spiel. Thank you for watching. If I'll see you on the next one. Haha. If it's your first time watching videos on my channel, I'm sorry. I'm a bit of a nutcase. See, I'm looking at myself on OBS. I'm not looking at the camera. I'm out of my mind. Sorry. A little energetic right now. Got to go to work in an hour. Need the energy. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Comment down below your thoughts on how everyone did this season. And also comment down below, what's your favorite team? I'm trying to get an idea and a grasp from my audience. Who is your favorite team? Because I know a majority of my audience is Rangers fans, but I'm curious to see what else I got. Comment down below your thoughts, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.